Okay, so I don't know what you've heard and what you haven't heard, so I will give you a little recap here. We're at Sandy Beach, which is my favorite beach in the world. We're just off of the office, which is right there, the coconut trees. That's named the office originally by the people that planted the trees there, and they're the Santeri family, which is out of Quebec in Canada, Granby in Quebec. And this is where I've sat years in and years out with them continuously. So I'm not too sure what happened this morning. As I said before, I know I had 2 phone calls coming in which told me there was an issue, so we probably didn't have any sound whatsoever. So if we redo this here and you need to go, my apologies, but we're going to redo this here and do it the right way. So again, good morning to you, and we're going to do our Serenity prayer just in case we did miss it the first time around. Alright, so I see I can hear us now, so we're going to start this video from fresh. I do not know what happened to my microphone this morning. Thank you for everyone trying to call me to alert me of what was going on. I didn't take the calls obviously because I couldn't hear you with the microphone plugged in, and you couldn't hear me with the microphone plugged in, so we're going to start all over again. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Now that applies to everything. Now I need to say this again because it is important that you all hear. To all of those who have lost loved ones and friends, you know, my sympathy and my heart goes out to you. I lost a very dear friend that I used to call Mother yesterday, and she used to refer to me as her son. And that was our own little private joke, which I'm not going to get into. But my condolences go out to the Silva family. Marva will certainly be missed. I love her. She was a mother to many, many people. And you know, I will miss her humor and her laughter. But she will be soaring today on the wings of angels. And those angels will take her to a far better place than where we are. And she will look down on us, and she will help us get through every day. And she will always live on our hearts for those of you that knew Marva. Anyhow, once again, we've had a fresh float of sarcasm come in. That is not as bad as it could have been. It is actually a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be based on some of the beaches I saw to the east yesterday. But as you can see, there's no old remnants of the sargassum from before. This is all a fresh float. As I had mentioned earlier on, we started this morning with a 3-step at Crystal Waters dancing to Dr. Hook. Storms never last, do they, baby? So I guess you all will know that. So if you all saw me gyrating all over and the camera looking all kind of strange, as you all couldn't even hear me, I was actually pulling in an awesome 3-step for you all this morning. Alright, there are lots of people out here on the beach right now. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Don't mind, there are lots of clouds and stuff. As you can see, the visitors are not letting that stop them. They're all coming down and sitting down. Some of them are lying on the beach reading books. Some are just taking it in. I mean, this is paradise. Good there. Look at how beautiful this is. Don't mind it's raining. Don't mind the overcast conditions. That is really not relevant right now. You're in warm conditions, and look at how beautiful this tropical place is. I don't know what you all have heard before, but I know you all have seen everything that was going on this morning. So just, you know, I'll just continue with this here as though it is now starting sort of like from fresh. This morning I was at Hastings Rocks. That is where I originally started. I was down in the bandstand. I said I was going to stay there in case it started to rain. You know, so I just decided at the last minute to come up to this location. I'm going to check out this microphone later on because you really did miss a lot. But I know you saw our Bajans greeting you this morning and saying hello and welcoming you to the island virtually. And that's them, and you see having a swim now. But they were real vocal and stuff, really happy. And I'm real sorry you missed that. But you know, as they say, whatever happens, happens for a reason. And everything that happens must be thought of that way. So whatever happens, sad, happy, joyful, no matter what, there's a reason that's involved. If it is something that's difficult for us to understand, that's because of the opportunity to grow and get better in life and become stronger in life. So that's what we need to do going forward every day. Beautiful, beautiful day. You all have seen our 360s, and it was really a silent one. So, as you had probably about 10 minutes of silence this morning. But anyhow, we're back on track now, and you can say hello again. I'm going to actually see if I can get these folks to shout you out one more time because I want them to say good morning to you. But I will do that in a couple of seconds. We're going to make our way up to the beach. Just a beautiful morning. Iconic, I would have to say iconic Scotch and soda. Just lovely out there. Everything's facing to the southeast right now. The winds are changing all around as that system comes in a little closer. There is Sam approaching. I think you probably did not hear that. But Sam is approaching, but it is going to be going to the north of the island chain. But it's moving so slowly that we are expecting some massive swells off of it. And those swells should start to come in, I would say maybe this afternoon or tomorrow morning. So we keep our eyes open for that, and we'll be following that as usual. If it does get big, I'll take it to places where you may not have seen, you know, when it was being very, very rough. Because I really want you to see all types of Barbados, not just the locations, but how the different weather patterns affect it and stuff. All right, I'm gonna make my way out here in the water again. Water is warm, warm, warm. Compared to the air, the water is extremely warm this morning. It feels like I'm walking into sauna. It's just beautiful out here. As you can see, it's crystal clear as well. It's just, well, crystal clear as in comparison to the south coast, because the south coast, you know, gets a lot of turbulence and stuff, so it never gets like the west, but this is clear conditions, as you can clearly see there from the buoys and the anchor ropes and stuff. Check the size of this turtle, folks. Check this here. Here we go, swimming with the turtles this morning. There's a feature for you that you don't normally get the opportunity to see. Lots of turtles in this lagoon here. That's because the guys out here feed them with the fishing thing to bring in, and when they're cleaning the fish, they'll throw everything overboard. But isn't that just beautiful? Let me get you out the glare a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to appreciate the size of it, how beautiful it is. Is that not just lovely? So, getting the opportunity this morning to get a close-up as though you're right here watching this amazing, amazing thing of nature, creature of nature. Just beautiful. Alright, so we're going to leave that turtle a little bit and let it have its peace and let it swim around without frustrating it or anything. I don't like to get them too confused and stress them out. You know, I like them to have their freedom and stuff, but they need to show you. Good morning, folks. I had lost my microphone earlier, so everybody was telling me that they didn't hear you all say good morning. So I brought it back here for you all to greet them. These are people from all over the world, Germany, everywhere, Ireland, everywhere around the world. So,
good morning to all.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, lovely. Thank you so. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's warm this morning. It's beautiful. Yeah, so thanks very much for that. Because I didn't get your audio before and I needed to get you all saying good morning. Thanks again. Sorry? Yeah, we're on Facebook every morning at 6 o'clock. We do this from all over the island. We're called the EMC gatherings, and that is yeah, early morning crew gatherings, and that is a group of people. Right now we have about 430 active members, and we're viewed by thousands through YouTube and also through Facebook. So now look for me, Nicholas Deane, D-E-A-N-E, right, and that's on Facebook. Okay, have a blessed day, everyone. Okay, thanks very much. Sorry guys, but I'm just feeding out some information there. So we're going to be back on track again. Beautiful. So I'm not going to be singing Dr. Hook for you all this morning. We all did see the gyration, so you understand. And the bar is not open, and I don't drink that kind of drink anymore either. So it was fairly rhythmic. You had to take that from me, because you couldn't even hear the music. So I could tell you, it was perfect, absolutely perfect. Again, I'm not only internationally known, Olympic trained athlete, as in person knows how to fall and get back up quickly. I am also a professionally trained dancer, and I'm going to keep that story because it's mine, and I'm going to tell it the way I want to tell it. Alright, as I said, we did lose a lot of audio earlier on, so we're going to carry you for a little bit of walk up the beach, because I just want you to enjoy some more of the scenery, and you know, just to treat you all to a little bit. I will more likely probably edit off quite a bit. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it on, who knows, off of the beginning of it, but I just leave it as it is. You know, if I put it up on YouTube, I'll put a little explanation as to what happened and about how my alert family let me know quickly that there was an issue. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit slow at understanding, so I missed a little bit of it, but don't mind, we're back on track. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For those that rather the Carib versus the Crystal Waters, because there is a Carib posse, there's always been a Carib posse, even when it was named a different name at one time. We're not going to call it, but it was definitely at one time owned by someone else or managed by someone else, and they renamed it. However, even through that time, everybody referred to, we're going to the Carib today, because that is just how it's called. Actually, this was referred to as Carib Beach for many years, for many, many, many years. Worthing is the official name, of course, but many people refer to this as the Carib Beach or Sandy Beach, even right up here. I call this all Sandy Beach because this is my home. From Sloofgate right down to Coral Sands is my home. So I call that all Sandy Beach. Don't mind I'm not correct. That is what I do call it. For those of you that are not familiar, this is Spot. If you know Spot, this is his office. He has his own office up here. You'll find him playing backgammon here even when there's no one renting chairs or umbrellas. Just beautiful. I know this house here rents are 2 sections, there's a front and a back, and I'm sure that the people on here don't want me to disclose the information because they rent it every year and they don't want to be challenged for that lovely home. Now, it's not cosmetically the most beautiful home, but this is like a beach house on the East Coast. I am so fond of the shadow homes. This has been here for so long, and it has remained the same, especially, and also the one below as well. And you know, therefore, these I love. These are real beach homes. This is what you really come here if you want to feel beachy in Barbados. This is where you would stay. As you will remember, we had 1, 2, 3 homes in this general area here originally. The clearest spot closest to us, that home burnt a few months back. Can't remember, time merges for me. But they have finally cleared up everything out here, all the old homes, the old derelict home that was above as well. And they're working on it. They're starting to put marl and stuff down for additional parking. I don't know what the future plans are for it, but I really hope they don't construct anything here that would be a permanent fixture, if anything. You know, so that would be real nice. It's a lovely view out here. It is transformed out here completely with these buildings down. Although they were lovely when they were in their prime, they weren't so lovely as they started to, you know, just go downhill from lack of taking care of and money, basically. I wouldn't say love, because the people that lived in these here loved it, but just can't afford to maintain them any better. We have all these beach kiosks here. They serve bars, most of these are bars, and in the back there's a seafood restaurant that's pretty new. I have that up on a previous vlog, so if you put in Worthing, you will find all the information on that. They also have a menu up there. Before I met my angel, and that was when I first saw her, which was in September of 2015. That's when I first saw her from a distance. This was my girlfriend. Now, she's been through some hard times, just like, as you can appreciate, all the business here in the island. Her wig is gone a little bit, her dress is not as flamboyant as it used to be, and she hasn't really been treating me very well when I pass her, so I sort of like ignore her. And since 2016, when my angel came to live with me, I sort of like put her as girlfriend number 2. But my angel was comfortable with her. I brought her over and introduced her to her as soon as she came to Barbados, you know, because I want her, my angel, to be aware of everything that I was. And I've, you know, she knows everything that I was. I've hidden no stories or whatever. That's called cleaning the slate, so that no one can come up and say anything or tell anyone anything that you were or how you behaved or anything in the past, because you already know. See, we have 68 on board. Thank you to all of you for sticking around. Thank you for all of you for coming this morning and spending some time with me. It really is a beautiful morning. I can see a lot. Well, first of all, the shadows you're seeing in the water there, they look as though they could be turtles. They're not turtles. They're the actual concrete slabs or blocks that have been laid down to hold the pipes that go to the way outside. I don't know if you can actually see the buoy out in the far distance, way beyond the reef. That is to assist with the sewage situation that we had years ago. It is not raw sewage when it's pumped out there and then it goes off into the ocean. That's the one that doesn't actually make it to Bridgetown as well to go through their processing plant. I know you're all aware of it, so I'm not telling you anything you're not aware of. I'm not, you know, this program, this whole EMC is built on honesty and transparency. So I'm not going to go and tell you things that are not true, and I'm going to enlighten you as much as I possibly can with the truth and the honesty, and that's what will bring you back here, or bring you here for the first time. And that's because this island is a beautiful place. No matter what happens, it is beautiful, and we try to think of ourselves as being fairly honest people. I know that this EMC thrives on honesty and transparency. All right, so those blocks, I mentioned what they are, but there are lots and lots of turtles you'll find here in this bay. You know, as I said, they do come in here. You get the small ones, the big ones, and there's a lot of seagrass in here. I call it seagrass. I don't know the correct terminology for it, but I just call it seagrass. It looks like that, and they will graze, again, maybe not the correct terminology, on it. You'll find a lot of that, especially behind the Scotch and soda, on the sandy area. You'll find quite a bit of it coming through. And as I said before, they also do get fed by all of the fishermen and stuff in this area. So this morning is a typical morning of why the Serenity Prayer and the understanding of the Serenity Prayer is so important. We faced challenges this morning, and we have grown by, I would say, at least by 50% since we have got the sound sorted out. We also have, you know, are facing our own personal issues in life, you know, loss of family and friends, challenges of economic situations, loss of jobs, you know, bad health. There's everything goes on. That is what life is all about. But you know, those are the challenges that we have that let us grow. And you know, if you believe that everything happens for a reason, when things are good. I don't know how you cannot believe it when things are rough. You just have to see what it is. Don't live in your emotions, but certainly feel them and understand why you're feeling them. And that is the most important part. Just a beautiful morning. No sun whatsoever. So your dark makers are probably perched on top of the hood of your hats or your caps, or put on as bandos if you don't have on any of the above. But anyhow, we had them just in case. And as you all know, Barbados has a way that 1 minute it can be really heavy and rain, next minute it can be brilliant, blinding sunshine. Alright, so we can do another 360 from here, and this time we're going to reverse the direction. You've seen down in front of the sands, which is Sandy Beach, and we're now going to do a oh yeah, somebody's applauding the 360. Just give me a second, we got a few hops to jump over here, because the swell is beginning to come in for sure. Well, at least I don't have to go home and check the video and edit it and make sure that I didn't say something this morning that I shouldn't have said. Can't edit live anyhow, but at least I know for sure you all may not have heard. So that is something else. Anyhow, it's beautiful, beautiful day in Barbados. We don't have to have sunshine for it to be beautiful here. I'll tell you, this water is just lovely right now. Absolutely lovely temperature. The wind is warm. There's not any coolness in the wind at all. You're not submerging yourself in the water and then coming up and feeling the bite or the chill that's sometimes associated with it early on in the morning. It is warm in the air and also warm in the water. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning. So if you don't mind, I'm going to say the Serenity prayer for a second time today, because I just need to hear it for a second time for myself. So those of you that are on that may not have heard it before, we're going to do it again now, and we're going to start looking in this direction at the favorite beach and the best beach in the world. God, grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. So everyone, you'll have a lovely day. I know that we had a real strange start this morning, and I know that you probably didn't hear a lot of things that were said this morning, but I know you were seeing everything from what several notes I've seen on the screen. So I know you were enjoying the beauty of Barbados. And sometimes maybe it's good not to hear Nick. He can blabber and blabber and blabber, but you all don't have to actually hear him. As you will notice today, I've left that 10-foot shadow man at home. Again, he's been misbehaving. So I realize that if I bring him with me sometimes, he's going to try and photo bomb and video bomb everything that we do. So therefore, I got smart this morning and left him at home. For the time I left home this morning, I turned off the lights. He knew he was staying at home because there's no sun to bring him out. You know, you'll have an amazing day, everyone. And remember, no matter what we're going through, it too shall pass. Just try and cope with whatever you're experiencing right now. Say your prayers, do whatever you need to do. But the most important thing is follow your light. Where your light radiates from is not important to me, as long as it's a positive light. And as long as it says to you, care for people, love people, help people, be kind to people, and just live a good life. And if that's what your light is saying to you, please by all means follow it. If it's not saying positive stuff, well, maybe you should look for another light. That's just a suggestion. I'm not saying whatever works for you works for you. I'm not going to tell you anything different to that. But I am going to tell you that my light has to be positive. God, who is Jesus, helps me get through all of this here every day. And I will continue to pray to him. I'll continue to will my life to him, because there's no way I could cope with the things that are going on in this world right now without him, and I don't ever want to again in my life. So you all have a fantastic day. I love you all. My respects from Barbados. All of the warmest possible greetings from Barbados. This is the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. This is the EMC, a loving, caring, kind and spiritual group. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I love you all.